All right. Let's talk to Zoe. Zoe.
Yes, hello.
Whoa,
Hello.
what was that?
Were you eating, or what was that?
Oh, no, I was just chewing on some paper.
Why?
So you were eating.
Why would you do that?
Oh, excuse me?
Why would you chew on paper? Why were you doing it?
Oh, to get in between my teeth.
There's dental floss.
Yeah.
And then there's Brental floss.
Have
which
you ever?
is better?
Yeah. What do you like better?
Dental floss or dental floss?
Yeah.
Probably dental floss.
Yeah. Me too. Because that helps me out a lot. It is funnier too.
I like Brental floss because he did Bohemian Raps, NES 8-bit Rhapsody.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Do you have a question?
Yes, I wanted to know, what were the favorite roles you played when you did theater in high school?
Favorite
Theater in high school, specific, like a type of role, or like a specific, like one part in a thing?
A specific part.
Specific part.
Well, Rocco he knows. I mean,
yeah, A Midsummer Night's Dream. The character of Bottom
Rocco
was real, like theatrical and loud, and like that was so much fun.
Again, I've said this on the podcast before, but we were doing that show, and Rocco had little kids in the front row on the floor laughing so hard to Shakespeare. And I remember seeing that and thinking, like, this guy has got it figured out. Like, he is amazing. Like, that blew my mind at the time. I think, my favorite role, I think, was Lewis and Pippin.
That was a really good role. I thought that was great for you.
Yeah, just because it was just a guy who was really, like, overly confident and whatever. And it was kind of like, I think he fucks his mom. Is that there was
a kind of an insinuation there, but
it was weird. But anyways, that was a really fun role to play. But overall, I think I had a lot more fun behind, not on stage. Like, all of our friends is like hanging out backstage or during rehearsal and stuff than actually being on stage. Personally.
And Kevin, I didn't take any. You didn't do theater, so that's that.
What about you? What's your favorite? Do you do theater?
I did a long time ago.
What was your favorite role that you did?
Ichabod Crane in Sleepy Hollow.
That would be a fun one.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That would be fun. My least favorite, I'll tell you, was from a play called Bang Bang You're Dead, and I was a guy who he was a school shooter, and he was in jail, and everyone he shot and killed was confronting him. And I didn't want to do this play. I didn't want to be in this play, and I was the main character of this play. And I fucking hated it. It sucked. It was so bad that I wrote the author of the play telling him how much I hated his play, and I wish he didn't write it. That's how bad it was. I didn't get a response back from him, though.
You worked on it forever.
Yeah,
And
it was a joke.
It was got cut off.
I've told the story before. I'll tell it again because maybe these people haven't heard it. This play was a nightmare. And those of you who have done acting, you know there's things called cues. And it's simple. It's Rocco says a line, and I know that after that, it's my line. And it's so, this time he mentioned bacon, so my line's going to be about cooking something. You just know there's little cues and these little things in your head that this is how I remember this next line. In this play, every single cue was, why me? Literally just that, why me? And I had to remember, okay, this is the 10th why me, so that line and I spent hours and hours and hours and hours memorizing this fucking play and spending time on it. And again, I didn't want to do it. And not only did I not want to do it, I had to do it in front of the school, which I didn't want to do. I had nothing. I wanted nothing to do with this bullshit. And so we do first of all, oh God, I'm so mad at thinking about it. So I've probably spent a month or two practicing the play, knowing when to do it in front of my peers, who obviously they don't want to see it because they're being forced to watch it in their 6th period. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to make it as good as I fucking possibly can. And it's supposed to be like emotional, and there's supposed to be crying involved, and like he has this huge realization of like, I can't believe I've done this. I'm a monster, that kind of thing. And so we kept doing it in the class, and we kept like timing it, thinking like, okay, the play goes 56 minutes. Our class period is 55 minutes, so we're gonna have to cut some things out. But my teacher kept insisting, no, you can't touch the material because the author doesn't want that. It has to be perfect. It has to be exactly what he wrote. So we had to like rush it or whatever. And so we start, the assembly is the day of the show. The assembly is called, everyone gets into the theater, it's packed. You hear people saying they want to be here. I agree with them. And then the play starts. I'm on stage literally the entire time. But before it starts, right before, our teacher comes up and says, we think this is a very important show. You know, there was a school shooting recently, which there was, at Santana High School, which was like a mile away from our school. And we really wanted to just address this problem. And we think, and he just goes on this tangent about how important this is. And I keep thinking, we were close on time before. Well, there's going to be, hurry the fuck up because we're not going to make it in time. He goes on for like 2 minutes. We start the play. And then the whole play goes off, which first of all, half the cast doesn't know their fucking lines. I spent months trying to get this fucking shit down. They don't know what they're doing. It gets to the final monologue of this fucking character talking about how he has become a different person and he realizes the horrible act he just committed and all this shit. And the second that line starts, the bell rings, everyone gets up, and I'm on the ground just sitting like you know, and this part of the play, I'm looking like this, like crumpled up, all depressed. And I just look up and I see everyone getting up and leaving and just thinking like, it was all a fucking waste. Fuck this. And I just got like this. And then left. And that was the worst experience I've ever had acting. And I almost wanted just to quit this, like the class. It's like, fuck this. It's not worth it. Fuck this.
And the funniest part was that they were all, like, the teacher was like, oh, don't worry, it'll be cool. We're going to send the last page of the play to all the classes.
And they did. And
who gives a shit?
No one.
Why would they read
Who would read that? It was such bullshit. And looking back on it now, like, I don't know. It was such a clusterfuck. And I didn't want to do it. And I did it. I tried my best. That's the point, though. I still try my best, and I brought it all to the stage. Didn't work out, but I tried. Thank you. Thank you.
Very good job.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for your call.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for the past 10 years.
Oh, well, thank you
for very
checking
much.
Out.
Take care.
Take care. Oh, man, I got a load off my chest this time.
Yeah, I know.
Let's talk to Swam to her butt. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Swam to her butt. Hey, swam to her butt. When did that happen?
A while ago. I had a question.
Wait, real quick. Sorry, super spiffy guy in the chat says, did none of the students stay behind, or did literally everyone get up to leave?
We had a couple.
Really?
Still there.
Because I thought everyone left.
It was for the most part everyone left, and then the teachers tried to wrangle their students in. Guys, get back and come back and sit down and finish it. Come back, but the school's over.
Yeah, you can't.
If I was them, I'd be fucking gone.
Yeah.
It's a bullshit play that sucks.
And you know what, Sean? I felt so bad because I felt for you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was such a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
I just remember I was sitting in the back row of the theater.
Yeah.
And when it happened, I was just.
Oh, I would be doing the exact same thing.
And it was, but I felt for you. But I was like, but he's got to understand this is the funniest thing ever.
If it was Switch, I'd be doing the same thing. So I can't be upset about that.
Oh, God.
I will never forgive Mr. D.
It was almost as good as when we worked on children's shows for no reason.
Yeah. Oh,
for like 6 months.
Waste of fucking time.
We worked on for 6 months on making a children's play that we could tour to different schools. That never happened.
Never was going to happen.
And all it was, every day we would just meet up and go, I think we should do this for the children's play. I think we should do that. Okay. Then we meet up the next day and I think we should do this. It was just like... And then we created this character named Bo John Bo.
Oh, Bo John Bo.
That was
not my group.
Yeah, that was
We were doing Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but then I left Bo John Bo and I joined your group.
Oh, you did?
It was like a Scooby-Doo show, yeah.
Yeah. I was Fred because I looked just like him. And the fact that I have blonde hair and that's it.
Huh? And I remember being so happy I left Bo John Bo or something. It was they were just infighting all the time.
Well,
so
I know who wrote Bo John Bo, and that seems like a fucking nightmare.
And I joined your group thinking this will be so much better. And then I remember there was a point where you wanted to catch everyone. This wasn't you, but we had to catch the criminal, and they wanted to pour glue on him. That's what they do in the cartoon. They'll dump a thing of glue on him. Okay. well, what should we do? Guys, we can't dump glue on the stage. And then someone went, put a blanket on them. And I went, no group is good. Fuck it. And I just just hung out every class. If you put a white blanket on them, just tell them it's glue. Hey guys, this is a piece of shit.
Yeah. But we knew it wasn't going anywhere. It honestly was our teacher just being lazy. So, I don't know.
Put a white blanket on them and tell them it's glue. Hey, fuck you.
You know what? Thinking back now, that was the same year that we did those plays. But those plays were student directed.
Yeah.
What was he doing during that time?
Man, I don't know.
He was doing nothing.
I don't know.
Maybe the play stuff, like the actual plays itself.
Yeah, maybe.
But during class, I mean, we were on our own every single day.
Yeah.
But honestly, because of that, we would do those improvs all the time, and because of that, we are doing this now. So I guess I can't fault him too bad. But
yeah, that's true.
Jeez, we ran the whole class. Anyways, good call. Thanks for your call. Sam, for her butt.
Swam to her butt. What was your question?